Hello, how are you? Wherever you are watching from, welcome to yet another video on Miss Anne on the Trends. Today, we are yet on another vlog from Nyambo Hanse, the famous village. And there was kind of an entertainment. Oh, that was very nice. That was very nice. Did you watch that video on Marwa's vlog? Anyango, the Nyatiti player. It was quite interesting. In this vlog, she is saying that she has been playing this Nyatiti for over 21 years now. And it's quite interesting how you find people from outside Africa loving our cultures, and some of these cultures are almost dying now. Ask me, in the villages, do we have the people who can play this instrument? You know, we only get to see this instrument on books or on museums also, because they are no longer played in the villages as they used to be. I am a Kikuyu, and in the Kikuyu there was what we call Wandente. There was what we call this something that is made of calabash, and there are cowrie shells around it, and then you shake it, you know, and then it produces a beat. There was also juga in Kikuyu. I don't know how it is called. There were instruments, but I don't think I've seen them in the recent past. In the current education, the CBC, the CBE, is it CBE or CBC? You are finding pupils are being told to make these instruments, and this year, by the way, this year in the projects, the NEC is the Examination Council in Kenya. The NEC project, one of the projects for the grade 3 children was to make a shaker, the traditional shaker. So I think the current education system is trying to embrace the culture and to revive the culture in our education. So it's so interesting that she knows so much about the Nyatiti, and also she also played the kayamba. You know, she really entertained the people in the villa, and I really love it. I really loved this. Yeah, that's cool. And the way she is able to speak the Swahili, she's so interesting. That was quite entertainment from the Villa Medellin. Now, also in this same video, I want to react on a video that I saw of a certain reactor talking about the bridge that I Am Marwa is building. You know, I keep on saying that in Africa, it's like we have the scarcity mentality. Because instead of appreciating when we see people rising, when we see people building, when we see people developing, it's like we want to fight them so that they stop. You will find that this guy is saying there is somebody who commented on I Am Marwa's video and saying that he will visit the place, and he's from the government or the NEMA, the what, the surrounding building and constructions, also about the riparian land policies. And I found this to be so I don't know how to put it in the best, politest language, but it is not right. It is not showing professionalism, because if you are a government official, how would you comment instead of doing the action? If he has gone against any rules, there must be people who have visited his construction site. And the way these government officers are usually hungry for money, they must have visited the place, and maybe he has the correct permits. But people just make assumptions and think, okay, this guy is always breaking the law. There's so many uproars always coming from his development, and people are fighting him right, left, and center. According to that person, they are saying that he is not supposed to build the bridge. I don't see any problem with him building the bridge, because this is the bridge that is connecting his two properties. How will he cross the river if he cannot build the bridge across? After all, there are other small bridges which are even in worse conditions along that river. We have seen them showing us crossing in dangerous areas. And this is across even major roads, government roads. There are no proper bridges. Now this person is building his own bridge. He's not crying for the government to come and build him a bridge. He's building his own bridge to cross to his two properties, and people are creating chaos. They're saying, oh, riparian land, oh, there should be regulations governing him not to build 30 meters from the river bank, especially on the marshy areas or the swampy areas. If it is on roads, it should be 6 meters on both sides. But I think these comments are just there to maybe scare him. But I don't think he can be scared. Him documenting his own constructions, he knows what he has done. This is a person who have traveled far and wide, and he has interacted with various government policies, such that he knows what he's doing. I don't think he can just wake up and start building and showcasing what he's building without him following the correct procedures. They have built great mansions. They have built in that village. They have done so many things. Don't you think the people from the NCA, the National Construction Agency, don't you think they have visited them? Anytime you have a construction, you have to seek approval. If you don't, they come and put an X in your area. So, well, we don't see any X's put on the gates or anything. So it means this person must have followed the correct procedures up to the point where he's now completed the bridge, and the bridge looks so beautiful. I really envy those people who will visit the area, because man, the views, the photos that one can make, it will be so amazing. I have seen even hotels having bridges across rivers, and they are using the whole area, including the river part, So Mara is not the first one, and I don't think there is anything big that will be done. And if these procedures are to be followed to the latter, they are to be followed strictly, I think a majority of Nairobi structures will be demolished. Some of them are too close to the river and they're permanent buildings. Githurai area in Nairobi also was swampy area. So people claiming that, oh, this is a swampy area, there should be no buildings, and so you are just blabbing. There is nothing that will be done, because you look at Githurai area was swampy and now it has very many structures on it, and there is nothing that can be done about it. They cannot be demolished, and people buy land every day in such areas and they build. So this Marwa's case is a lesser evil, as I commented in that video. It is a lesser evil, having to build across just a river. I don't see any problem with that. So let us allow this young man to develop himself. And I wish that Marwa one day will stop documenting his home or showing his home, because that is what attracts this kind of jealousy, attract this kind of insecurities among people. It attracts hate. People just hate him for nothing, just because he's trying to develop himself. He's winning each and every day. People will say, oh, he's begging, it's through donations, but he's still winning, he's still growing. If he stops to document, we'll never know, and these people will not have any content to lie to us about. I wish he finishes his constructions around his home, and then he starts traveling and showing us things that do not concern him, because this has attracted a lot of backlash. Anyway, having said that and done, my take is he is building, he is developing. Congratulations that he has been able to complete the bridge, and it is so very much beautiful, and may he continue developing and growing the village. We can't wait to have another Marwa in other villages. We need many Marwas for us to develop. So, having said that and done, please subscribe. I am having 16 subscribers. I need you to subscribe. At least subscribe. You are paying nothing to subscribe. Bye.